Now we are ready to clarify. When we clarify, we need to add a transition. If I take a look at the transitions available for me on my transition sheet, which is on Schoology, I'll see that I have some options. I could start my clarification by saying, from this example, one can infer. I could say, this evidence suggests. I could say, when Fitzgerald says, and then put in what he says, it can be concluded that, and then say what I learned from it. For my transition, I'm going to use, from this example, one can infer. So I'll start my clarification with that. I now need to explain. I need to explain how the quote I chose proves my argument. How is that quote proving that lies are not only verbal, they can also be physical? In my own words, I need to directly explain what is happening in the quote and how that supports my argument. For this quote, I could say something like, from this example, one can infer that George wore a nice suit to their wedding. Now I need to say what this says. This says that George did not lie. He just created a front. This is a front that was false and does not explain who he truly is. Because of this, George lied. Okay, in my clarification, I have made sure that I mention this idea of lying because that's what my argument is talking about. I've also made sure I directly talk about what's happening in the quote. I've started to explain this front and that it's false. I could even expand on that if I wanted. Your clarification usually is around 5 to 10 sentences. These sentences need to be thorough and really explain exactly what is happening in the quote and how that supports your argument you wrote in your thesis.